My name is Dr. Lanre Shoneko, the Group Managing Director of Lashon Links Group of Company. We are looking at another topic on this episode today, and we're talking on infrastructural development. Infrastructural development in the real estate industry. Now, most of you that you're doing mass housing and mass units, the most important thing is the infrastructural development within that axis, and that is what makes the place to become worth investing into. For example, many people, you look at the various components of the infrastructures I'm talking about. The first thing is to have a layout. The particular built environment you're looking at or landed properties must have a drawing, which should have been done by the land surveyor, the town planner, which spelled out the road network, the built environment, the areas that you're going to be having for recreation, and then, it's well spelled out. Then you now transpose this on the ground. You have a perimeter survey which shows your dimension of all the boundaries within your land. We must first look at the perimeter fencing of the environment. Now, the perimeter fencing will either come with a gated house, and you ensure that because of maximum security, and even because of the if you're in Nigeria, for example, I don't know about some of the other countries, you need to take possession of your property. And so it is the perimeter fencing. When you fence the whole built or expected landmass, that is as giving a security to that particular property, and that is done by, I always tell people the measures of the strength of that, because it's one of the things that will last for, you will be what you will need. So use good materials for the perimeter fencing, very solid materials, and the gate house where you have your security and all that should be put in place. Then you look at the road network. You must be able to know the interlink between the different structures that you are going to put up. You should also look, there is the town planner will have helped you. There might be a major, minor, or secondary road that might be coming from a particular environment. Peradventure is passing through your environment. You must be able to know where you position your gates so that in the nearest future, if development comes up or expansion comes up, it will still be relevant. Not that, they've moved. I never knew that right from so place, the road will be coming through this environment. So you must go to the town planner to look at the master plan. And then they had to, that is why your layout is approved by the government. If you have an approved layout, all the necessary checkmate that has to do with future plans will have been looked into, and they would have asked you to put those things in place and put corrections on those layouts. So that is the layout. Then you must have the road network. Now, depends on the kind of estate. If you're building a very large estate, you should know the dimension, either a 12 meters, and now you can't use, because you're going to look at dual carriage and dual entrance. So the road network and how it links to all the different structures you're going to be putting in place. The drainage system is very important. Now, the land surveyor would have told you about the topography of that area. They have a special instrument to calculate the topography. The topography is the contouring of the land, showing you undulation, and it tells you the flow of water. That will help you to know how you put your drainage. If you are having a dual drainage or a single drainage or a slant road with a drainage system. So, and how it links to all because water flows from high level to low level. So you must be able to know the channel and how you prepare so that you will avoid, like what you see mostly today, flooding and the overflooding and all that is because of lack of drainage system, good drainage system. So you must know whether you're using a surface or underground drainage system in that particular environment. You must look at the built environment itself, that is with the recreation, the commercial or residential, and all these particular parameters, they are responsible for the different infrastructure. Electrification, you must know that, from the grid, there's always a grid, the national grid, that you must pass your light into. So you should be able to know, where the grid is, how many poles do I need, or the type of whether you are using the high tension line pole to bring them in, and then to also ensure that that electrification is. We will look into details. Or are you bringing in a transformer to power your estate, or any of those things? You have to be sure you know exactly what you're looking at. And then water supply is either pipe-borne water or you do a borehole water. It could be a central borehole system where you have that will supply the whole system. You know, there's so many things you have to, even the waste in terms of the DPC you're going to put in your estate is part of the infrastructure. Are you going to use, like today, many people are channeling their waste to power. You know, they use a powering light and other things. So you must look, are you using a central waste system, or you're going to have it based on units? All these are what we put together as infrastructural development. They're so concise. We're going to be taking them one after the other in our next program. And I will start with the architectural and building construction in our next episode.